Ocean State Grand National Karate Championship, celebrating 40 years of sport excellence. It's the Ocean State Grand Nationals 2022 Sport Karate Championships.
Hi everyone and welcome to the 2022 Ocean State Grand National Karate Championships. I'm Mike Petracca, your broadcast host this evening, and joining me to give a little insight into sport karate is someone who knows a thing or two about sport karate, and I'm talking about Black Belt Magazine Hall of Famer and member of the elite team, Paul Mitchell Karate. I'm of course talking about Jackson Rudolph. Woo! Jackson, they love you, and we're so happy you're with us tonight for this special series airing all month on the CW Providence. Now, Jackson, could you tell me a little bit about the history of the Ocean State Grand National Karate Championships, this tournament, and why people come from all over the world to be here to compete tonight?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for the introduction, Mike. That was great. It's an honor to be here. And what makes the Ocean States so special is the history. This is the 40th anniversary of this event, and all the great legends in the history of sport karate have competed here in this nighttime show at the Ocean State Grand Nationals. And tonight, we're going to see some up-and-coming legends in action.
I can't wait, Jackson. I'm excited. The fans are excited. Stay tuned because we'll be coming up with our first competition.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze come freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Welcome back, everybody. And starting things off, you'll see some of the future stars of sport karate as we feature 13 and under overall grand champions boys weapons finals.
Now coming to the stage from San Diego, California, under the tutelage of Will Jackson in freestyle martial arts, this is Judah Sagawa, who has been on a tear recently in the 13 and under divisions, forms, weapons, you name it. This guy is an extreme maestro.
And I saw him in the Warrior Cup as well. He was there, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Boom.
Beautiful setup. Does the cartwheel using the back end of the sword, taking that into the big trick.
Powerful music too.
Yes, I think it matches his form well. Opening cut combination, nice, clean, good extension. Notice how when he caught his sword just then, he caught it and went immediately into a cutting technique. Not many competitors do that. Judah does it very well. That's one thing I love about him. A beautiful 540 catch that you just reacted to.
Did you see that behind the back? Holy cow!
3 swing corks in a row, stepping his game up. For a competitor of his age, that is incredible. Just 12 years old.
Oh, man.
Moving to the back of the ring, we've got a round off X out.
Did I just see him split in the air before he landed?
Yes, he did. And now I think he's going to give us one more big finishing move. Double spin, catching the sword, and a huge finish for Judah Sagawa.
Judah Sagawa has arrived. Oh, I like the point out to the judges.
Playing to the camera a little bit. A natural showman, Judah Sagawa.
He sure is.
Maybe that's a nickname, Judah the Showman Sagawa.
I think you're onto something, Jackson.
It's my favorite pastime is giving athletes nicknames.
I mean, that's a great performance.
And now in these junior divisions, we will almost always see a CMX or Creative Musical Extreme winner like we just saw with Judah, going up against a traditional winner in Wasim Driddy of Team Competitive Edge, his second appearance on stage this evening. Notice that in his first appearance, he was doing an extreme routine in the Forms division. Now, switching it up, traditional weapons, showing off his versatility. Lots of intensity from Wasim here. Powerful strikes, popping that bow up against his body.
He sure is. And I know you said the judges look for that, don't they?
Absolutely. And for those of you watching at home, the reason that the bow is hitting his body is because that is a residual impact of what he's actually putting out on whatever target is in front of him. Obviously, when performing, you're ideally picturing that you are actually in combat with somebody. So all of these striking techniques are hitting an imaginary opponent. But with a bow, you get that residual impact of the bow hitting up against the body, and you can use that as a barometer to measure power when you hear the bow popping really hard.
And the judges obviously know this.
Absolutely.
Very powerful.
One thing that's really hard to master in traditional weapons is that change of pace, knowing when to slow down, knowing when to explode and go fast. We've seen Driddy do an excellent job of it right there, and that's a very powerful performance. It'll be interesting to see which way the judges go here.
Very interesting. Both are amazing. You know, both are amazing. I think I'd give it to Judah Sagawa, but we'll see. It's going to be a close one.
9.98.
It is a close one.
9.98, 9.98, and 9.98, 9.99, and 9.99 for Judah Sagawa.
And a lot of 9.98s did pull a couple of 9.99s, but that will not be enough. Wasim Driddy is going to win the overall Grand Championship with his traditional routine. He did the same thing back at the AKA Warrior Cup, and he is back again. A huge win for Competitive Edge's, one of the Competitive Edge's newest pickups, Wasim Driddy, and you can see he can't hold back the emotion, a huge smile on his face.
Presenting tonight's award.
I'll tell you, that was a very intense, workmanlike performance.
Absolutely. Either of these two great competitors could have taken this division tonight, and tonight was Wasim's moment, and he took full advantage of it.
What do you think? Wasim, the workhorse?
Wasim the workhorse. I like it.
You like that? Or the Wonder Boy. I don't know.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on a lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Welcome back as we continue to feature the young stars of sport karate with the 13 and under overall grand champion girls forms competition.
Bella, I actually interviewed her earlier today, and she's a very impressive young lady, and she had a lot of trophies when I interviewed her earlier.
We're keeping the Team Paul Mitchell streak alive here with Isabella Nicoli. She is another one of Team Paul Mitchell's newest members. Team Paul Mitchell recently made one of the largest moves that they have made in years, picking up 6 athletes at the same time. Ben and Esteban that you just saw were 2 of them. Isabella Nicoli was another, or Nicoli, excuse me.
See, well, I'm glad I just wasn't the one who got it wrong earlier. I had to apologize to her several times.
But if she keeps putting out performances like this, everyone will know how to say her name.
You're darn right, Jackson. Look at this. I mean, what I love here is her intensity as she goes through the routine. I don't see any break in her intensity. And look at that! What?
And one thing you'd love to see there, she started that combination with the jump hook kick to a dive roll, a relatively basic maneuver, but it was a homage to past champions. That was a technique that was innovated by Carmichael Simon, was done in later years by the likes of Matt Immig, who's been a very successful Hollywood stunt double, Ninja Turtles, you name it. And to see Isabella Nicoli doing it here, she's not doing that for just the level of difficulty. She's doing it paying homage to those past legends.
Amazing, amazing. Now, in your opinion, is she? Oh my goodness, everybody! That was just a split. Woohoo! Wow! And I love the intensity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Isabella Nicoli.
And that's one thing that you will see all night long with these competitors is they are all going to be very intense. Not only is that an integral part of sport karate competition, but in many ways, that's how forms and weapons competitors communicate to the judges how bad they want to win. The competitor that is the most intense is often the competitor who wants it the most that evening. Isabella Nicoli is so skilled that she won both the Creative Musical Extreme, or we'll refer to it as CMX division, which is the performance that she just gave us, and she won the traditional Grand Championship during the daytime, which is the more foundational martial arts performance like you would see from DG and Pia earlier in tonight's show.
And Jackson, how often does that happen, that someone can win the traditional but also the CMX?
It takes a special athlete to be able to do that. We do see it happen relatively frequently because we have a lot of special athletes in this sport, but it takes a ridiculous amount of talent and hard work to be skilled enough in both disciplines, the extreme and in the traditional, to reach this level at both, and that's why Isabella earned the right to just give us a performance on stage. She was competing against herself.
Well, I'm so glad she did, because she really brought it.
accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on a lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Moving up to our young adult stars of sport karate, we're about to be treated to the 14 to 17-year-old overall grand champions girls forms competition.
Pia in particular, as she takes the stage once again, we saw her for sync, but her game is traditional. She is an expert level traditional martial artist, and that is, for the most part, the only thing you will see her do.
Well, I can't wait to see Wasim in the next competitions.
So this is Sofia Rodriguez Flores, representing Team Infinity, running her traditional kata choreographed to music.
And how much of a role does music play in the traditional form? I would assume in the CMX it means a lot. How much does it mean in the traditional form?
It really levels the playing field at the Grand Championship level. Because once you reach the overall Grand Championship, the reason they call it an overall is because the extreme competitor has to take on the traditional competitor and vice versa. And so traditional competitors will frequently opt to use music for their routines at the Grand Championship level to try to get a little leg up and even the playing field with those extreme competitors that are always going to be using music.
You know, Jackson, like any great work of art, and certainly, you know, this is a work of art, it really, you know, it should evoke something within you, right, internally. And when I watch her right now, the intensity and the grace, you know, I feel moved by it. I mean, there's something in me that is like, this is something very powerful.
And that is by design. That is the exact reaction that Sofia is trying to get out of her viewers when she is putting together this form. And I say putting together, this is a traditional routine that's been passed down for generations. So when I say putting together, what do I mean by that? The pacing that she chooses to do it with, the facial expression she uses, the breathing, the execution of the stances and of the hand techniques. All of that has individual variability that can bring that emotion into a form, and Sofia does it as well as anybody in this sport. Her traditional training is with Sensei Robert Young out of the Kenseikan Dojo in Miami, the same dojo that produced Olympic bronze medalist in Tokyo, Ariel Torres.
Well, there's some good training coming out of that dojo. Wow, I mean, you know, speechless because that was amazing. Wow, well done, Sofia.
Also representing Team Infinity, please welcome Alice Rosie.
And Sofia will be taking on a CMX, once again, that is creative, musical, extreme competitor in Alice Gross. And this is a battle of teammates. Team Infinity versus Team Infinity.
Okay, so now we are getting into the competition.
This is our first competitive event of the evening.
Excellent.
These ladies are going for the overall forms grand championship. and Alice begins huge.
I mean,
Full twist, swing through to the corkscrew. Anytime you hear me say full, that means the competitor's doing a twisting backflip off of 2 feet. A corkscrew is the same thing, but off of 1 foot.
now tell me, Jackson, and please explain to the viewers, since we are now into the competitive portion, what are the judges looking for? How can you compare a CMX with the traditional form?
Well, the short answer is that it's very difficult. There are levels of difficulty that you can look at in the routines. The kata that is selected by the traditional competitors. Some katas are more difficult than others. Are there any jumps? Are there any balance moves? Are there any difficult stances? And then comparing and contrasting that with a CMX competitor where the difficulty is very apparent. They're flipping around and they have to be able to land on both feet and never stumble. And so balancing that difficulty, but also taking into account the intensity as we see right now from Alice Gross, as well as the speed, the power, all those intangibles that are essential to being a great martial artist.
I mean, you know, I don't know how you score this because I know we were talking about this before, and you know, we had a little joke about picking winners and stuff in each competition, and I don't know who to pick because each one looked flawless. Did you see any nuances that maybe the judges have seen with either routine that would sway you?
Well, one thing to pay attention to as we go through the divisions this evening is that some judging panels tend to prefer the traditional style, and some judging panels tend to lean towards the extreme. And so as you hear some of these scores be given out, you're going to hear a lot of 9.99s and 9.98s. The general rule of thumb, this is a relative ranking. They're not saying that this is a 9.99 out of 10. They're saying the first place competitor is going to get a 9.99, and the competitor they think should get second place will get the 9.98.
I see.
So as you're listening to the scores, you want to hear 4 9.99s. If you get 4 9.99s, there's a really good chance that you're going to be the winner, unless somebody pulls out some 10s.
And it looks like Sophia has taken it.
Ocean State Grand Nationals V14-17 Black Belt Girls Overall Forms. Sophia Rodriguez.
Look at that, Jackson. Isn't that nice look? I mean, you know, they're both posing for a picture, and they look both, you know, happy as if they both were. And is that authentic, do you think?
Oh, it is between teammates, absolutely. You know, both of those ladies want to see each other succeed because they're on the same team. And if one of them wins, that means the team wins. That's how we teach it on Team Competitive Edge. That's how we teach it in Paul Mitchell. And I know Mike Welch and Joseph Bine over at Team Infinity, they're teaching the exact same type of thing. So the happiness that you see there between those two ladies, that's genuine. And even if they weren't teammates, there's mutual respect between all martial artists. And so sure, a competitor might be disappointed that a division doesn't go their way, but they're still going to show respect and put a smile on their face.
Congratulations to Sofia Rodriguez Flores of Team Infinity. Stay tuned, folks, because up next is Women's Black Belt Open Weight Championship. Morgan Plowden versus Mouse Milner.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
And now here we are going to see a women's championship. On the right in the all-black uniform, you have Morgan Plowden, the sister of Richard Avery Plowden. Considered by many to be the best female fighter in the country right now.
All right, well then we gotta keep our eyes open.
And she is up against Mouse Milner of the newly formed Team CBR, standing for Christine Bannon Rodriguez. The team that she created, sponsored by the Ocean State Collision Center here locally, but it is a national team.
I mean, I noticed right away. Plowden is very bouncy. You know, very, very bouncy. Looking to strike first, and she's looking to. Seems like really push the action here.
Yes, Morgan in this situation, she knows how good she is. And if I'm Morgan Plowden, she's probably trying to win by the spread. She wants to get the 10-point spread and in this thing early. She doesn't want this fight to go the distance, but she'll take a win either way.
Oh, nice punch there by Morgan. Looks like got right to the chest.
Absolutely. Morgan, the #1 ranked female point fighter by the Black Belt Magazine rankings.
See, both a little cautious right now. Yep, looks like they did. Yeah, Morgan scored again.
Morgan just waiting for that perfect time, already up 5-0.
One for Mouse. 1 minute.
And Mouse Milner is able to answer. 5-1.
Well, let's see what the judges say.
No call
No
there.
call on that one.
Yeah, kind of a flurry of techniques, nothing clean.
Oh, I think that's a
huge
2,
hook
isn't it? Wow.
2-point hook kick to the head. That was gorgeous by Morgan Plowden.
That was beautiful, Jackson. There's a reason why she's number 1, I guess. Right?
Absolutely. And Morgan and brother Avery, they are both ambassadors for Century Martial Arts, the world's largest martial arts equipment company. They do a lot of great work with them.
Excellent.
And one thing that I love about both of the Plowdens is that they're great role models off the mat as well. Obviously, they're world-class fighters, but they truly show how great they are as people outside of the ring.
And that means a lot. Especially for the younger kids looking up to them as well.
And that's time.
And that fight will go the distance, but Morgan Plowden was dominant. An 8-point win, 10-2 is your final score, and Morgan Plowden shows everybody who's boss.
Well, she certainly does. I mean, I got to say, she's the most impressive fighter that I've seen thus far. I mean, she had speed, she had accuracy with those kicks. I mean, I don't know how she got that hook kick into that small window in the head, but she certainly did.
So far, that is probably the most dominant performance that we have seen all evening, and it might be the most dominant performance, that we will see all evening.
Congratulations to Morgan Plowden for capturing the 2022 Women's Open Black Belt Championship here at the Ocean State Grand National Karate Championships. What a way to start off Martial Arts Month here on the CW Network Providence as we celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Ocean State Grand National Karate Championships. We want to congratulate all the competitors today and to our winners, Wasim Driddy, who captured the 13 and under overall Grand Championships Boys Weapons. Isabella Nicoli for winning the 13 and under overall Grand Championships Girls Forms. Sofia Rodriguez Flores, who captured the 14 to 17-year-old overall Grand Championships Girls Forms. And to Morgan Plowden for winning the Women's Open Black Belt Championship. Fantastic job to our champions. Join us again next week as we continue to showcase the very best in sport karate and bring you our super fight semifinal match between Richard Plowden and Darren D. Stacks Payne as they battle for the title and the money.